Calculate. Oh, you guys have a little app on your, yes. This is a little more fun because I've got it set up to just play Chuck Luck.
Yeah.
And it'll work very, so let me get my stapler too. Weight it down. So what we've got here are 3 dice. It's going to keep track of how many 5s come up each time. Right now there are no 5s. So it's got a graph of one occurrence of no 5s. If I hit F9 again, now I still have no 5s, unfortunately. I still have no 5s. Maybe it's time to do something else. Or maybe it's time to see what happens over a long period of time. You see what's going on? Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let this thing play for a while. I can balance this right. Hang on, I got to raise the desk up a little bit. I would just learn how to write Visual Basic. I wouldn't have to do this. Okay, so if you're watching this number right here, which is kind of hard, it's going by pretty quickly. Lots of whats?
1s and 2s.
Lots of zeros. The 2s jump out, I think, because they're so different. They jump out, but because they're so different, you might also call them what?
Outliers.
You might actually call them outliers. Have we seen any 3s yet?
Just a couple, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any right now, but that doesn't mean they haven't happened. They have happened.
Uh-huh.
They have happened. They're going by so quickly that it's kind of hard to notice them when they do go by. Lots of 1s and 0s. Lots of 1s and 0s. So now, do we see our probabilities showing up? Well, first of all, let's analyze the one you guys already, you calculated one of them, didn't you? You calculated the chance of getting all 5s, 1 and 2, 16. Are we seeing that here? Oh, we're actually behind the curve right now, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're behind that curve. That means we haven't seen enough 3s. Let's let it play some more. Let's see if it catches back up. Because that's the point of probability. It's not evenly spread. It doesn't mean if you've watched 215 throws and you haven't seen 3 5s, the next one's going to be it. How have you heard that machine is due? That machine is due. They're correct. It is due infinitely. If you sit there for an infinite length of time and keep pulling that arm, you will hit eventually. The question is, how long is infinite, right? So Lloyd, back to your question, we're starting to see these things closing in on more static values. There was a lot of variation in the beginning, wasn't there? A lot of variation. The bars were kind of whopping, but then they're starting to stabilize. They're beginning to stabilize. How would you describe this distribution? Terribly skewed, yes? Terribly skewed. Exponential, almost, yeah?
Yeah, the 3's definitely an outlier.
The 3 is definitely an outlier. 4.6, yeah, 0.43%. I'm using the wrong decimal.
Yeah.
This is rocking at around 7%. Roughly a third, 58%, somewhere in there. I'm going to let that keep going for a little bit longer, because what I want to do is I want to build the distribution. Because my first question was, what are you going to win on average? Right? What are you going to win on average? And you guys had great bets, 0, 1, 225. In order to answer that question, we have to know what those numbers are, don't we? Because you have to know what to weight the winnings with, right? You have to know what to weight the winnings with. Let's come over here. All right.